Howdy and welcome. You are listening to A Mom's Guide to Wine, a guided wine tasting with candid reflections on motherhood. Here we spill the tea, but never the wine. And we are your hosts, Eliza James
and Rosie Gold.
And we are so glad you joined us for today's tasting adventure.
Full disclosure, for those with little ears around, 90% of our topics and language will be more on the R rating scale. Also, we are not professionals nor experts. We are simply sharing our experiences and including some Google searches for support. We are amateur wine enthusiasts and professional moms. That is our skill set.
But first, the wine.
Of course.
Today's wine is going to be a chocolate red blend. And it's from the Chocolatier Wine Company. Though, to Google the Chocolatier Wine Company is, there's nothing. So that's cool because it literally says it on the back of the label that it's vented and bottled by the Chocolatier Wines out of Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla, Washington.
I know, right? I think you can pick this up at Total Wines for around $15.
Wasn't
really
that a
pretty.
kid show with a big yellow jumping frog, Walla Walla Island?
Yes!
Wasn't it
It's
Walla
Gullah
Walla?
It's Gullah Gullah.
Oh, I am
You were
so
so close.
sorry.
No, so
it's not at all relevant.
it's
Understood.
close. I mean, I think it's also in Jamaica.
Oh, is it?
Like,
I
it's based
loved
in
that
Jamaica.
show when I was a kid.
I've never watched it as a child, but my kids found it and they've watched a few episodes and I've gone, okay, this is okay. A little strange, but okay.
Oh, it was absolutely from when I was a kid. It's a giant yellow frog, if you don't know what we're talking about. It's a human-sized person inside of a giant yellow frog costume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember the frog's name, but it's Gullah Gullah Island. And
So anyway. Well, thanks for the save on the name.
You're welcome. But Total Wines, $15. I said I couldn't find anything about the winemaker. But the label says it's the Chocolatier Red Decadence entwines notes of black cherry, blueberry, and plum with a kiss of rich, velvety, dark chocolate. Luscious red wine with natural chocolate essence is a combination to savor. Indulge yourself.
Well, we will.
Yeah, red wine with natural dark chocolate flavors. So, and they literally have that posted everywhere. There's one.
I love chocolate. I'm all about the dark
2,
chocolate.
3. There's 3 things where they talk. Oh, 4 where it says natural chocolate on it, like all over the label. So in case you're wondering, it's natural.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Because I feel like, there's specifications to be met for natural, but I don't know what they are.
I don't know. Total Wines, I think they just copied the label and stuck that on their website because that's exactly what I found. I did, however, research a little bit about Washington State's wines because that's not something I associate wines with is Washington State. California? Absolutely. But Washington? No, because I think of it as a sad, wet state.
Oh, really? I think of it as like big, beautiful homes with lots of trees and a lot of people that care about their lawns.
No, Washington State.
But I've never been there.
Yeah, but I think it's like anyway, I'm also only basing this off of what I saw in Twilight. So I also need that guy.
Oh, that was in Washington? I had no idea.
I don't know if it was Washington, but that's what I think of. And so I apologize if I just offended everybody all at once.
I think we're offending everybody with all the things today.
I'm so sorry. But
I know nothing about Washington, just so we're clear.
Washington Wine Country has been producing premium wines for 50 years, which is considered no time at all compared to most of the world's winemaking regions. But half that century, Washington has become the United States' second largest wine producer.
Oh, wow.
They're right behind California, which
Okay.
again, that's not something I would have thought of. California, yes, I expect them to be like the top
So we
winemakers.
apologize for our naiveness to all Washington
Yeah. But,
people.
yeah. So, but they say Washington State is also the most difficult place to make wines because of the extreme climatic changes that they have.
Okay.
Because I think they're...
I mean, it's coastal too, right? So, like, there's coastal stuff, but they're also kind of close to Alaska.
Yeah. So they have lots of issues, but still, they produce the second most wine, which I was sad that was not Texas. I'm just throwing that out there. We need to get it together because we have a lot of, like, really great wine producing here in our state, and we're not number 2. So I'm sad. We're not number 1, but I honestly expected that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wanted us to be number 2, and now I'm sad. So we're going to open this. I got my rabbit ears. It's got really pretty gold foil on it. Well, I guess it's a red foil. I said gold.
Yeah, I don't know why you said gold.
It's red. I'm looking at it. It's definitely red. It's got red foil on it.
But it's pretty.
It's pretty. I expect this wine to be, like, almost syrupy. Do you remember when Angie's husband was making wine?
Yes, and they had one chocolate batch.
Oh my god, they gave me a batch of that.
That was years and years ago.
It was so good. It was so good.
It was a red.
It was a red.
I don't think I ended up trying it. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
It was more like a port. And so I enjoyed it because A, I like ports. But B, it was like a silky smooth chocolate wine. It was really good. So anyway, here we go. We're going to pour some. And I brought us red wine glasses so we can drink our red wine. Now this is not as thick as I thought it would be.
Not at all.
So I'm kind of shocked.
It smells sweet.
Look at the legs. Oh yeah, it's real sweet.
It smells super sweet.
The chocolate is overwhelming. Like, that's all I smell.
Yeah, it smells like we walked into a candy shop that just cleaned.
Okay, I know, right? Yeah. Yep, nope, that's it.
Yeah, they disinfected well.
Yeah. Got some alcohol in there. A little bit of alcohol. So let's see. Flavors of black cherry, blueberry, and plum. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I taste all of that and so much more. The chocolate is amazing.
Okay, this might be a new favorite.
Like, this is my new favorite wine.
The plum hits
this
heavy.
This is so good.
The plum, I think, is what's sitting on my tongue.
So it is sweet, but it's not, like, overwhelmingly sweet at all.
No, we've had definitely sweeter wines before. This is, like, a very light
and
flavor.
It doesn't burn at all.
No. Oh, this is bad.
Them talking about decadent, like, I absolutely would use that word.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
This is a perfect
all
description.
Right, 10 out of 10. Recommend.
Yeah,
all about that one.
Oh, we need more Washington wines.
They need more hype on the internet.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's great.
This is fantastic. But, like, you know, like, it has so much sugar. Look at that. Look at these legs.
I know. That's
So
amazing.
good.
So, slightly obsessed with the wine, which really works well with our title today and what we're talking about.
It does. So today, excuse me, I have, like, allergies out the wazoo. But today, in Season 3, Episode 12, we are talking about kids and their obsessions. And by obsessions, we really mean, like, comfort items. We're not dissing on the children wanting things. Kids like things.
Or the topics.
Yeah. But,
like, some kids just really like Legos.
Mm-hmm.
That can sometimes be called obsessions, but it's not really what we're going for
today. No. Today we're talking about those comfort items that your child takes everywhere.
And just won't put down.
Oh my god, if you forget that thing, they can't sleep, they can't eat, they suddenly can't walk. It's a miracle cure to have it.
Yes, absolutely.
So, most common is like a blanket, so that everybody kind of understands what we're talking about. Like little blankets, like that your child slept with when they were little.
Something that has provided comfort to them in a moment then they decide, okay, this is now my thing, and I'm going to take it everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
I met a young couple the other day, and their 3-year-old has a pacifier.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom was like, kind of apologizing almost about it, because we're new, we're acquaintances, and she said something to the effect of, we've been just trying to get her to put that down, and we just can't. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, well, it's just a support item. It's no big deal.
I mean, yeah, like, that's
I'm not
completely
bothered by
normal.
it at all.
Stuffed animals and pacifiers and blankets are like the top 3 items that are considered comfort items for kids. And it's because at some point when they're, we're teaching them to go to sleep and to not need us to sleep with them, these comfort items, it's when they really pick up, and that's why the children like gravitate to them, because that's what makes them be able to be okay without mom and dad with them.
Yeah, because they always had this one particular item.
Yep. So, and they're not, they don't always have to be traditional. My oldest, his was a pacifier. My daughter, hers was a blanket. My youngest likes tags.
Oh yes, I remember that started. That started so young too.
When he was a teeny tiny baby.
Yes.
Soft satin tags.
Yes.
T-shirt tags, blanket tags.
And he would like put them in his mouth from like a toy, like if it was on the back end of a toy. Animal. Yeah, just like hold it in his mouth.
Well, now he rubs them on his nose while he sucks his fingers. So he'll put his fingers in his mouth because I guess he's going to suck his fingers until he's 25. And he rubs...
I know that's been a pain for the last few months.
He rubs the tag under his nose while he goes to sleep, or he's sitting and watching TV. And he started preschool recently, and so how do you get him to go to school? Because the tags that he usually uses are on his blankets, right? Like, there's a problem for us. We found and bought a bunch of satin edging for blankets.
Yeah.
And I cut a bunch of pieces off and made satin tags. He calls them his broken tags, and he carries them everywhere. He can put them in his pocket.
That's amazing, though.
And so he can go to school.
That's being a little ingenious about it, trying to do something a little different, but still maintaining that support that he needs.
Because if he doesn't have one, it's like all hell has broken loose. There's lots of tears, suddenly he's uncomfortable, and which is a normal psychology of it, because the whole point is that it helps him relax and calm down. And so the other day I was taking him to school, and the routine is that we grab our bags. He has a tag. He sticks his tag. He has a small front pocket on his backpack, and he's supposed to tuck a tag in his backpack, and then he's allowed to put a tag in his pocket. So he's got 2 in case something happens, because the Lord knows he's going to lose one. That's why I bought a whole roll of it, so we can just keep cutting.
Just in case.
And dropping him off at school, and he goes to get out of the car, and he goes, "Where's my tag?" And I said, "I don't know. You're supposed to grab it." And he goes, "Well, I didn't." And I was like, well, okay, you'll be all right. Like, it's one day without a tag. You have a stuffy at school. Use your tag during nap from your stuffy. And he goes, yeah, but I have to go sit in the gym. How am I going to sit in the gym and suck my fingers?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like a you problem and not a me problem. I said, maybe you have a tag in your shirt. And so he lifts up his shirt to look for the tag, because they put the tags in the sides of their shirts these days. Instead of in the back and the neck, most of the tags are down on the side. So he, like, lifts his shirt up, and the car rider line is we're arguing with the car door open, so we're that mom that takes 20 minutes to get her kid out of the car, which I hate being, by the way.
Yes, so much anxiety.
That drives me nuts. And so, like, my, like, anxieties... Anyway, I'll digress from how I was feeling. But he's standing there lifting his shirt up in the car line, looking for a tag on his shirt so that he could go sit in the gym and suck his fingers, because that's all he does in the mornings when he gets to school, apparently. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, but he had a rough day that day, yes. And I really think it's because he did not have his tags with him, or a tag.
There's some children that are going to have that type of reaction to it, and then there's other children that are going to have like a middle of the road reaction, right? Like they have something that is typical to them, but it might not necessarily be a very specific item. Some kids, it's that toy.
Yes,
like our mutual friend, her daughter, I think we brought that up a few times, that she has this little lion toy, and that it's a very specific toy, and there is not many like it. It's like it's a certain cartoony colors and stuff, so you can't just go buy another one if this one ever goes away.